Sandra's Soothing Sleep Diary, A Day of Gentle Progress. Written and read by the author, Kara Jones. Morning Reflection. The soft light of dawn peeked through the curtains as I slowly opened my eyes. It wasn't the alarm that woke me today, but a quiet sense of anticipation, a nudge to start fresh. I sat up, stretched, and let out a long sigh, already feeling the weight of my thoughts pressing in. Today would be another step toward my goals, even if those steps felt impossibly small. I went into the bathroom, stepping onto the scale with cautious hope. The number hadn't budged, not even by a fraction of a pound. For a moment, frustration bubbled up. How could I be so consistent with walking and running, eating better, and resisting late-night ice cream only to see no progress? But then I remembered something I had read in Matthew 5:17-18 this morning. Jesus didn't come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it, showing us the deeper meaning behind every command. Maybe, just maybe, this journey isn't only about reaching a goal weight. It's about learning discipline, patience, and trust in the process. I took a deep breath, whispered a prayer for strength, and decided even if the scale didn't move today, my spirit would. I'm doing this for more than just a number. I'm doing it to honor my body God gave me and to show myself that I'm capable of change. Midday momentum. The morning flew by in a blur of errands and to-dos. I had just finished a light walk on my treadmill workstation, letting my favorite worship playlist carry me through each step. 20 minutes may not seem like much, but it felt like a small victory. One more seed planted in my garden of progress. After my walk, I settled at my desk to check on my YouTube Read Aloud channel. Seeing the kind comments from parents always lifts my spirits. But today, something else caught my eye. A glimpse of another creator's channel with far more views and subscribers. That old familiar feeling of comparison started to creep in. Why does their content seem to flourish so effortlessly while mine grows so slowly? I paused and remembered Matthew 5:20, where Jesus challenges us to exceed the Pharisees' righteousness, not with external perfection, but with transformed hearts. Maybe my focus has been too much on outward results, view counts, likes, numbers on the scale, and not enough on the joy of the work itself. I closed my laptop, took a deep breath, and whispered, "Thank you, Lord, for the work that you've given me, no matter how small it feels." It's not about being the biggest or the best. It's about showing up with a heart of faithfulness. Afternoon reflections. Lunch today was a simple, fresh salad with colorful veggies and a little grilled chicken. As I chopped cucumbers and bell peppers, I felt a rare moment of peace. The quiet rhythm of preparing food was soothing, almost meditative. It reminded me of how small, deliberate actions like choosing a healthy meal can create ripples of change over time. Later, I sat with my Bible reading Matthew 5:21-26, where Jesus talks about the root of anger. He says that even harboring resentment or speaking harsh words is like planting the seeds of destruction in your heart. That hit me hard. I realized I'd been carrying subtle frustrations toward myself, my lack of progress, even the people around me, without fully acknowledging them. Instead of letting those feelings fester, I decided to try something different. I wrote down a list of small things I was grateful for today. My body, which is strong enough to carry me through a walk. The encouraging comments on my channel, reminding me my work matters. The sound of the birds outside my window, chirping their sweet, simple songs. By the time I finished, my heart felt lighter. Gratitude has always been a way of chasing away anger before it takes root. Evening challenges. As the sun began to set, the familiar pull of exhaustion settled over me. Dinner was light but satisfying. Roasted vegetables with a side of brown rice. I thought about reaching for dessert but decided to pour myself a cup of herbal tea instead. It wasn't the easiest choice, but I could feel God whispering, "Choose what nourishes you, not just what satisfies you in the moment." After dinner, I returned to Matthew 5:27 through 30, where Jesus talks about addressing sin at its root. While the passage speaks of lust, I realized its deeper lesson applies to anything that tempts us to stray. Comparison, envy, even the desire for instant gratification. Cutting off what leads us astray isn't easy, but it's necessary. For me, that might mean spending less time scrolling on social media where comparison thrives, or avoiding sugary treats that I know derail my progress. It's not about punishment. It's about freedom. Every small no leads to a bigger yes for the life I'm trying to build. Day's end. Now, as I sit here journaling in the soft glow of my bedside lamp, the house is still and quiet. I reflect on the day with a sense of peace. It wasn't perfect. I didn't hit every goal, and there were moments of frustration, but I showed up. I walked, I prayed, and made choices that aligned with my values, even when they were hard. Today reminded me of the ant in Proverbs 6 through 8, diligently gathering bit by bit. Each step on the treadmill, each healthy meal, each whispered prayer is like a seed planted in faith. I may not see the full harvest yet, but I trust that God is working in the unseen. Before closing my eyes, I jot down one final note. Small victories lead to great transformation. And with that, I whisper a prayer of thanks for today's grace and rest in the hope that tomorrow will bring more opportunities to grow, learn, and trust. Good night, dear diary.